All right. Okay, let me grab the screen. Okay, mine is actually a rather simplistic view on the market. I always prefer simple stuff, easier for my simple brain to work with. Now, top of my list is actually the Kiwi index. So you can see that the Kiwi index has been bouncing off this very nice level. Yeah, almost like a double bottom already. Just that it has not really break out of any levels yet. So for a short-term play for the hourly and 4-hour chart, we can actually make use of this. So we do have about some movement that before price reach a very strong horizontal level at $60. Yeah, so there are some movement that easily can give us 2 to 3 to 1. So this is, I have to admit that the past 2 months is actually rather tough to trade now. So I don't really like to, in lieu of that, I don't really like to go for those huge risk to reward. But this is definitely in play for now. Kiwi looks to be the strongest on my chart. Now the next on my chart, which is the pound index, which has really ridiculous price drop. But other than that, it seems to be dipping above the previous strong level, 115, and then going above it. Now, I'm not too optimistic about this pair, just that it appears to be the second strongest on my chart. What I'm patiently waiting for is that, I'm on a weekly chart, by the way, that the pound index will actually retest this 115 before it actually shoots up again. So it's basically just another break and retest. Yeah. So the Kiwi and the pound will be the strongest for me to trade. Now, on the other hand, the dollar index, I'm actually gonna be staying out of it for a while because it has been fluctuating between 114 and 1104. I would say the last 5 weeks. Yeah, it is not actually showing any clear direction where it wants to go. Yeah. On saying that, it has just last week tested 110, so it might very well be a bounce. Yeah, but seeing that the overall picture really paints it is in the range, so I don't really want to touch it. Now the Swiss index, again, this is a really messy chart. You can see two high test bar on both sides. So usually when I see such price action, I tend to stay out. Not a very clear direction where it wants to go. Moreover, when you see 110 in the past, this is really a messy place to be. I rather wait for price to clear this area before I jump in. Japanese yen index, you can see that it's really dropping. It seems that it wants to recover, but there isn't really showing much strength in the price action. So again, Swiss and yen, I rather stay up for a time being. Now the Aussie index and the yen index actually displaying very similar outlook. Yeah. So again, this is not a price action whereby on the currency index that is looking favorable to trade short. Now, definitely the overall index to trade short, but just not this. And on top of that, it's not bouncing off any levels. Now the European index will actually be a really clear-cut downtrend. On top of that, recently it tested, just last week, not recently, last week it tested the $100 level. So I'm really waiting for some bearish price action to come in on Monday, and then I'll be set to go in. And the weakest on my chart would be the Canadian index. You can see this level very nice. They actually retested this level over a bit, come back up, and retested a second time. Again, this is a weekly chart, so it took a month for the price to do this. So that seems to be very good levels to trade off. As such, what I'm keeping a lookout for next week is actually Kiwi Cap. You can see that on the 4-hour chart, it already has some semblance of an uptrend, consolidation. The surer way to trade will actually be waiting for price to break the previous high, retest, and for it to go. Now, testing, you can see that if price actually consolidate and there's actually a very nice low test bar coming in, a very nice rejection of this level, this would be a riskier trade, but will provide a better risk to reward. Yeah, so there's really two ways to trade this, but both definitely to go long. And then Euro Pound. Not a very strong downtrend. In fact, I would say that this is really some messy consolidation. But if price do ever break down from this level or break and retest, I would say that we will be in a very nice journey downwards. Yeah. So these are the two charts whereby I'll be keeping a lookout for the rest of the week. So that's all for me, Jeff.
Awesome, Lloyd. Thank you very much, mate. You're going to Bali. Enjoy that. I'm so sorry I won't be there to have a refreshment with you, but have a great time.
Thank you, Jeff. I'll be missing you.
I'm sure you will.